Welcome back to Arise Primetime. I'm Sumner Sambo, and of course, to help make sense of all you've heard on the program tonight, I'm now being joined by the journalist, political commentator, and Arise analyst, Dr. Constance Ikokwu. Thank you so much, Doctor, for joining us. Well, Chinua Achebe had said that the major problem of Nigeria is actually leadership in his thesis, The Trouble with Nigeria. And of course, I had this leadership and mentorship expert who spoke to why our leaders seem not to be in sync with the expectations of citizens. But can we actually run away from the citizens themselves?
Well, I think it's a very fitting conversation that we are having, given that when you take time to scrutinize goings on in the country, what you will find is an outpouring of angst against this current government and past governments for what people consider to be a hopelessness or hopeless situation. And these sentiments, is very general. You can find it all over the country in view of the fact that people are going through unimaginable levels of hardship. And so we have to talk about effective leadership then, because we go to the polls to elect leaders, and here we are. And so why are we failing? Why is it difficult to get the right people? You have mentioned that the followers also have a thing to do, because the leaders come from, you know, the followers or the country. They don't come from the moon. So exactly. So they did not fall from the sky. So whatever you have as a leader, some people say the leader you get is the leader you deserve, because they come from your population. It means that something is broken, the society is broken, and that also means that you then have to fix society. So it's a long road and a tough road that we are on, but we definitely know that we have to do something about it. It's not only pointing fingers at the leaders. Yes, you have those of them that have done well, those that have made some genuine mistakes, and those that have carried on like the emperor who wined and dined while his empire burned to the ground. And that is the situation of Nigeria today.
And let's talk about some of his submissions. He says that we need leaders who have grand visions and at the same time empathetic with the people, to be able to, you know, persuade them to go along with those grand visions. Have you by chance seen any of our leaders from the recent elections who have, you know, those sort of qualities, including the president, I mean, governors and all of that, that could actually bring some sense of hope within what looks like hopelessness?
Well, many Nigerians will say that most of the leaders we have today, not really leaders, let's call them rulers, because there's a clear difference. You can be in position of authority, but you're not actually a leader in the real sense of the word. And so that's why you do not inspire people. Can you tell me who is inspiring hope in Nigeria today, in the current set of leaders we've have and the ones we had in the last 8 years? It's difficult to find. So I think that we need to do a lot in terms of changing the political culture, not only political, but also the culture in every sector of the country. Because it's important. If you change the political culture, then you'll be looking at key things that would help you to change the leadership. So for instance, you want to promote meritocracy. You want to reward competence, because if you reward competence, then people that have the right skills and the right level of dedication and commitment will come in to help and stay in government. And so those are some of the things in broad strokes that we need to do.
All right. And also I had this second guest who is a cancer patient, in quote, only for her to find out that she was misdiagnosed of it. And the institutions are just pushing her from one place to the other. From the Benue State University Teaching Hospital where it started, she was pushed to the National Hospital. From National Hospital, she went to the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria. Up till now, she's yet to get any remedy.
It's such a horrific situation. I was reading the story this afternoon, and my mouth was hung open the whole time. And the lady is just 40 and has gone through all of this, you know, difficult situation, and she is yet to get the answers that she's looking for. I think that it speaks to the negligence and the carelessness and the thoughtlessness with which things happen in the medical system. It also speaks to the general breakdown of everything, almost everything in the country. I'm so delighted that she was able to come here, that maybe this will spur someone in the system, government, the Minister of Health, the Minister of Women Affairs, to reach out to her and help her. You can see that she's totally helpless and she's going through a lot. I cannot imagine the physical, the mental, the psychological, the emotional, crisis that she has been going through from the time she was misdiagnosed through all the treatment and to now. I mean, this is totally unacceptable.
Our institutions actually failing us as a people.
They are. I mean, when you go out to the streets and you begin to do more human interest stories, you will find many more stories that are similar to hers. And even, not only similar, this type of story as well. So Nigeria is, Nigerians will say, wait until Nigeria happens to you. We say it, but it does happen. So I think that something must change in our system. We cannot continue this way. I really hope that she's able to get some justice,
All right. Well, I'll end with the prayer that we usually pray to ourselves by saying that may Nigeria not happen to us.
Well, no, it's not a matter of prayer. God has done everything.
That's what people have been saying.
No, prayer is not, that's the thing with Nigeria and African countries. You will not pray yourself out of this.
All right.
You have been given all that you need as a human being to function on earth. You have to do the work. If you do not do the work, God is not coming down from heaven to do anything for you. So let's get to work.
All right. Here's a classical case of medical negligence. And of course, it's gone to several institutions, and that's why we had to highlight it here as to the need for the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria to come to a resolution on this matter, and then of course the Federal Ministry of Health to use its powers to actually ensure that the Benue State University Teaching Hospital and others do the best that they can for the misdiagnosed cancer victim to actually get justice. Well, that's how it's been for this edition of Arise Primetime. Do join us again next week. From me and the entire team here in Abuja. Goodbye and thank you for watching. I'm Somna Sambo.